This isn't content. It's evidence. Welcome to the realm. I've always believed that the things we create say more about us than the things we say. Every art piece, every story, every script, every setback, and every single lesson ever learned becomes evidence. Greetings, I'm Mr. Ellison. People often think impact begins with opportunity. I believe it begins the moment you choose to keep building. I've been building long before anyone was watching. I don't believe talent alone is what sets people apart. It's what they do with it. Beautiful, 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 yeah. Welcome to the realm. Beautiful, 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 yeah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Shaking up the world one mind at a time while loving on it with one soul and a rhyme. Cause I got it my way and every day is a Friday. Except we can't get fired in this piece. Why? Because we own these streets. See? Beautiful, 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 yeah, yeah. Shaking up the world one mind at a time and loving on it one soul and a rhyme. Cause I got it my way and every day is just like a Friday, baby. Except we can't get fired in this piece. Welcome to the realm. Because we own these. Now let's get it. What's goodie, tribe? Welcome back for another page of the Founder's Journal. As always, I've been building, I've been learning, and I've been paying attention to the evidence life continues to leave behind. Today, I want to talk about something that I think a lot of founders experience, but very few people ever say out loud. I call it running in circles. So, let's talk about it. For a long time, I felt like I was making progress. I'd get another job, learn another skill, build another resume, make another paycheck. And every time I tell myself, this is going to help me build the life I actually want. But eventually I noticed something. I wasn't moving forward. I was moving in circles. Because every time I solved one financial problem, I recreated the same energy problem. See, working on a shoestring budget, building something from absolutely nothing comes with real pressure. Bills don't stop. Cars still break down. You still have to eat. Life keeps moving whether your startup succeeds or not. So naturally, you look for stability. And for me, that stability usually came in the form of another job. I've had careers. I've worked for great companies. I've made really good money. For a season, that was enough. Not because I didn't want more, but because I believed I could use that income to build the life I actually wanted. There was just one problem. Every time I gained money, I lost the energy I needed to build the dream. That's when something finally clicked. Money wasn't the greatest limitation. Energy was. Because money can be saved. Money can be earned. Money can be invested. But if your energy is depleted, the dream stays on the shelf. I realized I wasn't failing because I lacked ambition. I was failing because I kept funding my dream with a system that consumed the very resource those dreams required. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Just get a job and work on your dream after hours. And for some people, that's exactly the right answer. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I had to stop pretending that every path fits every person. I've learned that I'm deeply sensitive to where my energy goes. If my work drains the very thing that allows me to create, then even a good paycheck becomes expensive. Not because work is bad, but because the cost becomes greater than the return. I realized this wasn't really about jobs. It was about alignment. If I was going to work, that work needed to move me closer to what I was intentionally building. It had to feed the venture, feed the mission, feed my soul. Otherwise, I wasn't building a future. I was financing another lap around the same circle. That's why I no longer ask, what job can I get? I ask, what opportunity allows me to steward my energy while continuing to build what I've been called to build? Because entrepreneurship isn't just a business journey. It's a spiritual journey. And stewardship sometimes requires having the courage to stop repeating patterns that no longer serve the life you're intentionally creating. I'm making a commitment, not to comfort, not to certainty, but to alignment. Bills still have to be paid. Life still has responsibilities. None of that disappears. But from this point forward, every decision has to move me toward the future I'm building, not simply away from tomorrow's or today's problems. Because following your purpose isn't always the easiest road, but continuing to walk in circles eventually becomes the harder one. Ask yourself this: where in your life have you confused movement with progress? Sometimes the hardest decision isn't taking the next step. It's choosing to stop walking the same circle. If this conversation resonated with you, stick around. We're just getting started. Until the next page, keep building, keep learning, leave the evidence, protect the blueprint. And as always, all love, tribe. Cause I got it my way, and every day is just like a Friday, baby. So we can't get fired in this piece.
Welcome to the realm.
Because we own these. Now let's get it.